Welcome to the Knights of the Smith dinner table actual play video of our Saga of the Sun and Scale. And as per usual, I will turn it over to our amazing game master, Mr. Mike Lawson.
Today, I'm Mayor McCheese. Those of you who watched last week will understand the joke. Those of you who didn't watch last week to understand the joke. When last we left our motley crew, also big shout out to Eddie Van Halen, who did pass today. I'm saddened by those nerds.
Major loss.
Major loss. That was my childhood right there. But when last we left, you guys finally made it to Whistledown after stealing a wagon from some religious zealots who might or might not have tried to kill you. Nobody rolled a perception check, so who knows what their true motives were.
I just want you to know that perception I rolled was a 19
pushed him down.
on the die.
It was before the game started. It doesn't count.
Oh, shit.
And with you is now what is known as the Plague Carrier Wagon. Those who listened last week, I might have said something different. It doesn't actually count. It's now the Plague Carrier because in a week's time, I thought Plague Cleaner sounded just terrible.
Scrubby buddy.
Yeah, it's a scrubby buddy.
You guys can call it what you want. Its official in-game name is the Plague Carrier.
Why? What wizard named that?
I mean,
Edgelord Wizard was like, it's the Plague Carrier. I'm gonna wear my mask and spread disease.
I mean, it is a part of the Plague Doctor's raiment, and as Merc would have found out with his total last week, that there are additional abilities that the wagon could potentially have if you found the full set of the raiment.
Oh, is it covered or uncovered?
It is covered.
Ah, good.
It's got a black cloth covering.
And we got horses with it too.
Yes, you had 4 horses that were pulling it. So you guys are actually able to increase your travel speed by double, which turned a 2.5-day journey to get to Whistledown into just a 1-day journey.
So, Cinder, I'm really curious. Did you name yourself Cider of Heroes or Cider Hero of Gnomes on purpose because Cinder was typing?
Yeah, Cinder's super drunk.
Cider Hero.
He was drinking a lot of cider with the gnomes.
But
yes,
Mark's getting in full character.
When last we left off, Cinder and Percy had stayed in the Gnome Tavern. The rest of the party stayed with the tall folk. You were informed that the mayor is looking for some adventurers to help solve a problem. And with that, we'll open it up to you guys.
Woohoo!
Merc.
Yo.
You're
muted.
Yo.
Give me a bardic knowledge check.
Oh.
So for the Plague Doctor's raiment.
All right. Let's go with the trusty yellow die because it always seems to do me well.
Your cheater die.
Well, I only rolled a 9 on the die. So that's a total of 18.
Total of 18 is enough that you've heard of the set, that there are 5 pieces that someone can invest, but you're not certain exactly what they are.
I'll pass that on to my compatriots.
Yeah, I assume all of us are up at breakfast except Cinder and Percy because they're at the other inn.
With a nicer breakfast.
Huh?
With a nicer, more brightly colored breakfast.
I'm going to guess you're pretty hungover, so you probably want to be up for breakfast.
Dry toast.
But I'll mention to Merc and Klaus about my talk with the bartender last night. So they were saying the mayor needed help with some sort of job. Didn't really give me many details, but I guess while we're passing through town, we can probably make a buck if you don't care, Merc. I know we're trying to get back home for you.
I mean, I'm sure she wants us there as quick as possible, but she wouldn't want us to pass up helping people.
Sounds good to me. Well, we should probably head down and make sure Percy and Cinder survive the night.
Let's go.
All right, you meet up at the inn. Merc, you gonna go in and get him?
Yep.
The doorway's a bit small for everyone else.
Yeah, I'll stay out here.
Yep. No thanks.
Okay.
Well, that's how it happened, Abistane. There we were, and these weird cultists were wanting us to be all about the whisper and tyrant. You know, they sure talk a lot if they're supposed to whisper.
Flint's going to try to find a window, like looking in, and I'm sure the portholes are kind of smaller since it's for a gnome. So my face is just going to take up this whole window and stare at Cinder.
Send her perception check.
17.
You see Sergeant Flint just staring at you as
Hey,
Merc walks
Cinder.
into the bar.
Percy,
Yeah.
we gotta go. The mayor wants to see us.
Okay, let's go.
The mayor.
Yep.
Come on, Cinder.
What did you
Let's
do,
go.
Cinder?
What did I do? I made friends and told truths. What did you do?
I don't know, but the mayor's wanting to see us.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you'll write me letters, and I will write letters in return.
Flint's knocking on the glass, like, let's go! Let's go!
And that is called encroaching on people's freedoms. And then I take my bow and I leave.
You get applauded out and promises to write that nobody's ever going to fulfill because, well, nobody ever writes anymore.
How much are sending stones? Do they still exist?
I don't believe they do.
That's a shame. Because I'd very much like to have a telephone and I can talk to people. Just talk to a rock.
I mean, feel free to take the necessary feats and make the necessary rolls to see if you can create that item.
Or you can just talk to a rock for free.
True.
Pretty wrong.
Also true.
Perfect.
It's not going to respond anyway. So.
Wow.
I mean,
Percy's a little feisty this morning.
It's the new hair
You
down.
didn't have to spend the night with Cinder. I lost my pen.
You didn't have to either.
Yeah, you guys have separate rooms.
I had room at the foot of my bed.
I can hear him between the walls. Have you ever listened to him? He's very loud.
Jade says, "I've been traveling with you for 4 days. I understand."
Wait, I'm the loud one?
You snore.
Loudly.
See her face? It looks like she's been chasing parked carriages. It's just all smushed up.
Have you seen your face?
It's big. Plenty of airflow.
Keep telling yourself that.
To be fair, I'm not certain which of you snores louder.
You want to roll off?
So I assume I think I did ask the bartender where like the government building was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I assume we
You
have
were-
directions.
You find the town seat of government, and as you walk in, a little woman looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I heard the mayor was looking for some help. Some sort of problem he was having.
Oh, and what do you know of the problem?
Nothing. That's why we're here.
Ah, okay. So she kind of looks at the group.
Paint a picture, it'll last longer.
Oh, I don't paint. I was just.
He's grumpy.
She kind of. Excuse me, one moment. And she kind of gets up and toddles off through a door,
And presses the security button.
through another door. You hear a couple of doors. She's gone for about a minute or two. She comes back and says, "Oh, the mayor will see you. Follow me, please."
And where are we again?
You're in the city of Whistledown. It is
Or no, like what building are we in?
You're in the town hall.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Cinder, would it make you more comfortable? I've got a pair of manacles if you want me to put them on you.
Why? You got some fetish you need to work out?
I mean, you're just always scared to be around the government, so I just wanted to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because if anything, in my experience, whenever I have to deal with government, they've somehow thrown shackles on me and taken away my freedoms.
I'm just eliminating the first step.
Guys, knock it off.
I believe that's guilty without a fair trial. How many times you plant knives on, poor homeless people?
I mean, this isn't Andoran, so that doesn't really apply.
She's just staring at you as she's opening the door to the mayor's office.
Oh,
Please
don't mind us.
go in.
We're professionals.
Uh-huh.
I should
May-
have.
Can I get anyone any refreshments? Water, juice?
You have any ale?
No, thank you.
Cinder would very much like a lemon water.
With or without ice?
I'm going to go with room temperature, please.
Ooh, see. Go frisky.
I do have some fruit I could put in the water, but I don't think we have any lemons.
I'm just looking for some electrolytes, man.
She goes and gets anyone who asks for some refreshment. You get some water with some looks to be apple.
I thank her very much.
Just like a whole apple in it. Just like not even
No,
sliced.
it's a sliced.
Just,
I feel like I'm just staring at it like, ugh, and I just hand it to Cinder.
I take small sips if I've learned anything in my existence. Small sips at a time. Thank you very much for treating us as equals.
Well, if you can help the town, then you're decidedly at least equal.
Thank you, ma'am.
And the mayor will be with you just a moment. And she closes the door from a couple of minutes later. From a little side door. In comes just looks to be tired human. Balding. Kind of, we'll give him the Hulk Hogan skullet haircut.
The skull.
Yeah. And takes you in. I'm Mayor Bagalom. And you are?
I am Merc.
Klaus.
Sergeant Flint.
Percy.
I'm Cinder.
Jade. Ah,
Damn,
and
dude, you got a deep voice.
it's been a rough night.
Preach it, sister. I offer a fist bump.
Let's see, at this point, she's going to fist bump you back.
Yes, we'll both end up neutral by the end of this adventure.
So
Now,
Mayor, I
what
was told
have
by
you
one of
heard?
nothing. That's kind of the issue. I asked about if there's any jobs in town or anything going on, and they just said the mayor had a problem that he needed help with. So we're passing through and figured we could take a day to help out on our way.
No, I don't know if it would take a day to figure this out, but there's been a murderer around town. We've been finding bodies, travelers and citizens alike, all with their eyes, fingernails, and teeth missing. And then also they've been savaged by the crocodiles.
Would we notice any of that with like the bodies we found in the plague carrier?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
11.
11. Yeah, you're not certain you're fairly certain those bodies weren't damaged like that, but you didn't actually like look them
Attention to it.
over. Yeah.
How long have these people been going missing and then found dead? When did this first start?
It's been 2 weeks. There's been a murder every night.
That's substantial for such a small town such as this.
Correct. Which is why I'm willing to pay 100 gold pieces if you can find and bring the perpetrators to justice. But for each murder that occurs, I will have to subtract 5 from the bounty to help pay for the victim's final costs and give some money to the families. So it behooves you to hurry.
Do you have any leads? Any of the city guards seen anything or know anything?
Our militia is small. We're not.
Well, you're mostly gnomes, yeah.
And we've been patrolling, but there's been no sign of anything. Nobody's seen anything. There's just been a body in or around town, mostly washed up on the shore of the lake or the river.
Can I roll a knowledge on something that collects eyes, teeth, and fingernails? Occult or arcana?
Let me check here.
Or like a religion. I don't know if that's a...
Not for me.
Right, not for you, but just in general as a check.
I mean, if you want to roll an occult to see if this is something that the Whispering Way might do, considering you just had an encounter with them, not even yesterday.
I can aid you, Cinder.
I'm feeling like this is less of like I didn't feel like the Whispering Way. This I've already had run in with weird fae, and this seems fae.
Okay, so that would be a nature check.
Well, I get that too.
Okay, well then I'll do the occult for 21.
I was
I'll do the bardic lore for 26.
I only got a whole nature of 11. The gears are going through slosh right now. So many.
Yeah, I got a 9 to aid, so it's, yeah.
And what was your occult, Dustin?
21.
21. Yeah, the Whispering Way wouldn't leave the bodies behind.
Right.
They would want to harvest them for use of turning into undead. James, given the region that you're in and the role that you rolled, you discount the crocodiles as happenstance. Bodies left on the shore, a crocodile's going to chew on it. What this rings a bell is there's a creature called an awazodal. It's a vicious semi-aquatic predator that resembles a hideous cross between a badger and an otter, with almost finger-like paws and a fifth hand that is off of its tail. They lure prey away by mimicking sentient voices, cries of people in distress, and they do have a habit of feeding on the eyes, fingers, and teeth of the corpses.
What was its name again?
Awazodal? Ahuizotl.
I didn't spell it right, but I wrote it down.
I'll bring this up. This is what it sounds like to me. I don't think it would be out of the realm of us being able to take it. I'll make a nature check.
I had a 16 on nature to see if I would come across these.
23.
23?
25 in nature.
25. Well, you know it's an uncommon creature, both of you. And then Klaus, you know that they are moderately intelligent, about as intelligent as an average human, wiser than most. No known weaknesses, but they can attack with their tails and drag people. The tail has some reach, and it's strong enough to drag a creature closer to it. They are adept at swimming as well, so it would make sense to find that sort of creature right off of the water.
And I'll relay that to the group. That they have reach with their tail, and they're intelligent as much as the average human, maybe sometimes even wiser. And yeah, they are swimmers.
Merc, with your bardic lore still, you do know that they don't really form societies, but they can ally with cults. The cult of Charon, the Horseman of Death, being a particular favorite among that species of creature.
Well, I'll ask the mayor. Have you had any? I assume Merc would share the cult information.
Yeah.
Have you had any cults that you know about in town? Any oddities or anything like that?
Well, not, but 3 days ago we ran out a group of cultists of the Whispering Way, but that was
Oh,
it. They came to town
they're
trying
dead.
to spread.
Yeah. So
Is that why their wagon is back in town?
Whoa.
I was getting the guard ready to go push them out again.
And that's now our wagon.
yeah, that won't be a problem.
Oh,
But-
so then you're more than capable of handling this.
Maybe.
Able, willing.
So who
He-
all
he-
could we talk to about information for around the lake? Any scouts you have out there, or
Trapper, fisherman.
yeah, naturemen of any sort that frequent the
Smugglers.
woods?
Sadly, they've all either been killed or are taking a sabbatical because of the murders.
Well, that's good that there's nobody else out there that's going to get killed. So I think that's probably for the better.
Yeah, last night was the first night that we didn't have a new body pop up because we instilled a curfew and didn't let even the guards patrol outside of the city. And then he pulls out a bag, just like, and those sets it down, and it clinks heavy of coin.
All right.
So will you help us?
Oh yeah, we can do this.
Yeah. I'm
This will
down.
be waiting for you when it's done. This as a whole, whatever thing that you talked about.
As whole. Yeah.
Yeah, this as whole. Bring me its head or whatever creature is causing this.
We can do that.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm down.
Do we have your blessing to talk with the militia and maybe borrow a scout from them? Or somebody familiar with the land out there? I know you refrain them from going outside the city limits, but
At least we
hopefully
can-
with us with them, there'll be less of a threat to them.
or at
Yeah,
least
you can talk to the militia. Directs you to down the way. Go see. Hold please as I randomly generate a name. Neris.
Maris.
Neris.
Neris.
God bless you.
And who would Neris be?
He is the captain of the militia.
Captain Neris. Perfect. And where might we find him?
Yeah,
He tells you to go down to the stockade looking building.
okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm good, fam.
Guess we'll head over that way. Unless there's any shopping or anything you guys need to do to prepare yourselves for it.
And he writes a quick note that says to assist you as you are trying to help solve the murder.
I think we have everything we need. unless there's something. I don't know. Hope this thing isn't fireproof.
I assume like the lake's close to town, so we won't need our wagon to get there. Correct?
Yeah, the town is literally on the lake.
Okay. So could we board our horse and wagon somewhere that it won't be tampered with? I know you guys have had a bad experience with it.
Yes, I will board it personally.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess we'll head down to the militia, unless anybody else has something.
I'm ready to
Alrighty.
go.
Head over to find Captain Neris.
It's a short walk over to the stockade. You're greeted by a guard and says, "Can I help you?" Looking
Yes, sir.
at the group oddly.
We are looking for Captain Neris.
And what is this in regard to?
The murders currently going around town.
Who told you?
And then I'll show him the letter from the mayor.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Let me go get him.
Is it supposed to be a secret or something?
I mean, it's not something we're trying to broadcast around town that a bunch of people are dying.
Well, at the same time, you're also having mandatory curfew, so you're not like doing a good job of keeping it on the wraps either.
I mean, to be fair, the housing market will go down. It would be a great place to invest in.
Yeah, I feel like there's a vacancy now for trappers and fishermen.
And Sender knows all about squatting in houses that are vacant.
Hold,
Yeah.
hold, please.
Yeah, you can get the
He's-
captain. We'll talk amongst ourselves. Thanks.
He goes and out comes a gnome.
Hello, Captain.
Cinder.
Bartholomew! Wait, no, you're not
No,
Bartholomew. I'm sorry.
Neris.
I'm sorry. I was so very drunk.
You were.
Neris, that's right. You're the one that kept giving me those purple shots.
Oh, you do remember. Surprising.
I don't forget purple. Purple's such a beautiful color.
I owe Bartholomew a couple of silver for that bet. Okay, but since you remember, I didn't realize that. Okay, so the mayor sent you to me. Why?
I was just curious if
You
had
having a
scout
horizontal problem.
or anybody that could help us with the land out there for this.
That's probably a murders guy.
We're really
this
just
problem.
looking for a guide, somebody that can help us navigate the lands a little bit better and hopefully get us to our destination.
I mean, I could probably send he leans in. Jokar, get out here. Scrawny half orc comes out, says, "Yes, Captain. You're going to help them. You just need them to direct you around, right?"
Yeah, for the most part. I
Yeah,
mean, if he's good with a blade or a bow, that'd be great, but not required.
I was thinking that he could be up front with me and help me kind of scout ahead and kind of understand the lay of the land a little bit better.
Well, the issue becomes we have two lays of the land here. Right here,
Split the party.
we have the Sanos Forest to the north. Right across the river, we've got the edge of the Mush Fens and the foothills of the Finwall Mountains.
What's the distance in between both?
Well, the swamp and the mountains are literally just across the river and the lake, depending on which way you go. The forest is just about 15 miles north. northwest of where we're at.
Is there still like a water source by the forest? Like,
No, there is not. Not until you get down closer to Wardle does the forest start bumping up against the river.
And then, Merc, did you recall anything about where they lived? I know you said they were amphibious, but
That was Klaus who said that.
Yeah, so
oh, okay, Klaus had it, yeah.
they're definitely swimmers, so we're most likely going to find them by a body of water. I would be more inclined to think that that's going to be our best bet in trying to look.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. If they didn't make their nests in land and then come to water, or if they stayed near the water. So
Okay, so what we'll do then is I'll get Jokar a rowboat, and he can have you checking out the coastline across the way. Because if this thing's a swimmer, it's most likely sheltering along the coast. Right?
That would be my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking for. You said this is some sort of beast?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, it's what we think it might be, according to the missing teeth, fingers, and eyes.
See, we just thought that was some sort of weird cult thing.
Well,
have you had any problems with cults lately? Aside from the Whispering Way ones?
Beyond that, it's been relatively quiet around here. They just happen to show up
What, just between
after
us,
about a week of the murder.
they
So
won't show up again.
They're dead.
Is that why I got a report that the wagon was back and then got a secondary report before you guys showed up to not do anything to the wagon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ours now.
Yes.
you're welcome. We did that one for free.
Yeah.
They're just really aggressive about their religion.
They
Well,
they worship a lich.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Who knows when it comes to undead?
I was going to make an inappropriate joke, but I'll wait.
Oh, what you got there, tall one?
Nope. I'm going to wait till we're done recording.
Come on, I like jokes.
Not going to go there.
She was a lich bitch.
All right. So a rowboat, and we're going to inspect the coast, the other side. And this is right by the edge of the mush fens, correct?
Yeah, the reason I say that is because the crocodiles don't typically come this close to town just due to the amount of traffic. They tend to try to avoid it. But since the bodies have been chewed on by crocs, they do like to stick around towards the swamp side of things, which is why I suggested that.
Do we have the ability to make landfall on the coast, or are we going to be in the rowboat up and down the river searching? Because I'd rather not fight a croc or one of these Alwazatl in their native land, because I am not a great swimmer.
Yeah, we want to approach it on land, draw it onto land, I think, if possible. If we're going to fight it.
I mean, I don't know what this creature is. I know crocodiles from boat. You're not, unless it's a dire croc, they're not really gonna be able to like jump in the boat and attack you.
Tell me about the river. Is there a place maybe half a mile or so upstream from a particular area that we could get off at, or is it pretty rough terrain on the outskirts of the river?
I mean, we've got people who dock on that side to do some hunting and whatnot. So,
Okay.
Jokar can show you exactly where.
Okay. So it should be possible to go on foot from a certain point.
Absolutely. There are foot trails across there. They just don't go too deep into the swamp for obvious reasons. The swamp is a dangerous place.
Work. All right, Zokar, you have any combat training of any sort?
Little bit.
Do you have any
Good enough
weapons?
for me.
with you?
He goes back and grabs a crossbow and a short sword.
That'll work. I've also got a bow and arrow myself, so you can stick with me up front, my friend. We'll scout it out and then play the long game if we have to.
All righty. To the boat.
To the
To
boat.
the boat.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
Everybody take a look at me. Straight boating on the Yonda Bakari.
Ooh, you get a hero point for that.
Yay, I finally get a hero point.
Oh, wait, never mind.
I think yours would be like anti-hero points, right?
Deadpool points.
Anti-hero points are like whenever he gets to like instantly like fail any roll that any player makes. Like, ooh, sorry, I'm using an anti-hero point. You
You
failed.
You mean like damn near every roll I made last week?
He gets to just roll twice on one roll. It's the same rules.
Like, y'all should have gotten way more jacked up in that fight than you did.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Lots of fire.
All right. As you're going across the river, Jade jumps onto one oar to help out, getting some strength behind this.
Oh, you're looking for volunteers. Oh,
No, Jokar and Jade got it. There's only really 2 oars. She just didn't want him to have to pull both.
oh, how very lawful of her.
But, I mean, you guys pull across the river quite easily. It's not hard. It takes maybe, less the river, more the lake at this
I have to step
point.
away for a minute.
Okay. As you pull across, he starts going up the coast ever so slightly, trying to avoid getting caught by the river current.
Make a perception check.
You can.
Yeah, I'll do one too.
14.
14. You don't
Uh,
see shit.
I got, hold on, 23.
23.
Oh, wait, +4. Cinder can't do math. Cinder's staring at the boat, trying not to get sick.
That's fair. Percy, were you making a perception check as well?
I did. I got a 19.
19. Okay. Well, at this point, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Bug.
And he is rowing upriver. Well, up, not necessarily up the river, but upstream towards the east, whereas the river starts hooking into the west. After about an hour, give me another round of perception checks.
There we go. 24.
18.
14.
And
Sarge, you can tell there's a spot where boats get launched from. It's not an official dock, but you can tell there's a sloping bit of land where people pull their boats up and then where they slide off of. And that's where he's aiming towards.
Yeah, Jokar, Jade. There's a spot here up on the bank. We should probably get off here and make landfall.
Yes, Sergeant. That's where I'm going.
we make landfall.
Yep, you guys make landfall. You really have two options: east or west.
And we were going upriver, correct?
From where you're at, west is towards the swamp. East is more mountainous foothills.
I assume west.
So west is where the Gators had the bodies at. But that's what I was curious if it was up or down river. Because if it's down river, it would make sense the Crocs carried them further down, or the bodies washed down river versus where they were killed at, which would have been upriver. Right? That makes sense.
The bodies were all found right on the outskirts of town in
After
different
they've
spots along
After
the
they've
coast.
been gnawed by the Crocs.
Correct. But there was never any sign of crocodiles off of the coast by the town.
Well, why the fuck are crocodiles dropping shit off of the town? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, sir.
Perfect. Joker. Perfect. Yeah, we can go. I don't care. Swamp or mountains, whichever one you want to go to. Percy, you've got a nose for this kind of thing.
I mean, I would think swamp, given the information we have so far.
Yeah, I'm thinking swamp too.
Like, correct.
Let's go
We like
west.
swamps, so we go there often.
Tule swamp, Tule swamp. Percy, I was hinting at your scentability. Just don't forget about it.
Yeah, but it's only within 30 feet.
Yeah. And I have to have already encountered the person.
Right. So I'm just reminding you.
Thanks. It's on Squish, so I can only use it rarely.
I saw a picture of this. This was this whole thread of like what an animal skull looks like and how an alien would reconstruct it just based off of how the skull looks. And pug skulls are terrifying looking due to the inbreeding. I'm just throwing that out there that we should probably stop breeding pugs because they're cute, but you are just poor things.
Was there an exploration mode thing in Path Builder?
I don't believe there
I
is.
don't think there is either. I was just going to look at the actions and whatnot, but I can pull it up. So,
So you guys are headed swamp side or mountainside?
swamp, I believe.
I feel like there's more crocodiles in the swamp than there is in the mountains. So if they're being fed upon, it's probably going that way. Does a stream run through the mountains?
No, the lake does not run through the mountains.
Oh, okay.
It kind of butts up against them in places, but that's about it. All right, so exploration mode. The options available during exploration mode are as follows.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Well, not everybody else is as fastidious as you are, Dustin.
Yeah. I mean, right now we're really just kind of want to track for some crocodile something or another, or any tracks of this Alzaquite thing or Alzazite, whatever it was called.
So you guys are moving at half speed. I assume, Klaus, you're scouting ahead to give that +1 circumstance bonus to initiative rolls.
Yes.
And then
And
can
then-
Jokar aid him with scouting stuff?
He can. It doesn't give any additional bonus to the.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, either way, role play or not. Up
Yeah,
there.
he's helping out.
And then I guess I will. Let me see if I'm not trained in survival, so.
You guys are going to be more doing searches, looking for sign of the creatures and or crocodiles, right?
Right. I thought you had to like find something of them first, though, before you could search.
No,
I guess it's the opposite: search then track.
right. Search is more you're just meticulously looking and can make educated guesses.
So you seek, so that's a perception, right?
It's a secret check.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
If you come across an item or something, the GM will attempt a free secret check.
Correct. We're doing things super secret over here today.
Super squirrel.
If we find items, can I do my bloodhound to see if the creature is within 30 feet of that item?
Or would that give her a
Maybe.
bonus to track them?
I don't think it gives a bonus to tracking. I think she can just lock on to the scent.
It gives a bonus to track only if I have previously sensed the scent of the creature.
Okay, so
It says,
once you can recognize the scent, you'll be able to track it if you come across it again.
Right.
So, you guys are searching. What are you guys' perception bonuses?
9.
8.
It's a +4.
Sorry,
Your
cats
perception
are
more than a
dicks.
9.
That's our dicks. What did your dicks do?
They pissed on the bed again.
No.
Hey, when that happens.
That is why my cats aren't allowed in my bedroom anymore.
George went through that phase. It was
Mike
great.
has no pussy in his bedroom.
Fact.
That's why you.
I mean, none of the furry kind, though.
Whatever you're into, man.
Yep.
All right. Merc has a +7 perception bonus.
I could tell you what I'm into, but this is a family-friendly stream.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, comparatively, it's a family-friendly
Coordinate.
stream.
So +9 was our highest. With the wise Miss Percy.
About 2 hours in, Percy, you start noticing an uptick of crocodile tracks.
I'm going to start pointing them out to everybody.
Ah,
Crikey.
oh, murder logs. Yeah.
So, can I tell if they're actually going in a direction, or are they just moving in one general area?
You're just noticing sign, like tail slides coming up off of the bank,
Yeah, okay.
some tracks in the soft mud, but they start getting more frequent. About a half hour later, Percy and Flint both notice that mixed among the crocodile tracks, there's some odd web-shaped looking hand tracks.
So, at this point, can I do my bloodhound thing to see if I can tell if that creature's in the 30 feet area around us? Or
You cannot, because you've not been able to pinpoint the scent of that creature.
Gotcha. Are we at this point? Are we on an open bank? Or is this more
Actually, if Mr. James Smith would like to pull up the Murder on the River map.
Yep. I'm grabbing our tokens from on the road maps.
If she can't get the smell, do I just rub her nose in it like when a dog goes on the carpet? Is that how we get that bonus going on?
I will bite you?
No, she actually has to.
Yeah, it's like you have to see a croc, smell the croc, track a croc.
They
Now
say-
you know it's a croc.
What's that underbite? More likely to bite through your top lip.
Stick your finger out and we'll try.
Looks like
Well-
a croc, smells like a croc, tastes like a croc. It's a stingray. Rest in peace.
Possibly.
Yeah.
God, whoever
But I
builds
would,
these
I
maps
would
puts
point the
way too
tracks
many
out to
animations.
Klaus and Jokar so they could begin tracking. Obviously, we're going to the map now, but so I'd say they both saw the types of tracks.
Yes. And once the map loads, put the party on the northeastern bank of the river, please. And we got Sergeant Perception here ready to go.
Here for you, buddy.
Yeah, these creatures just look mean.
Just as a note, I'm carrying my new axe with me instead of my shield.
And that is where you're at.
Nice.
So this is where we start seeing, or I start seeing Flint and I, the web markings.
Correct.
So I mean, do they seem to stay generalized in like one area, or are they across this whole bank here to our west?
You're seeing them across the whole of the bank.
Hmm.
All right. Well, Flint will start heading down the coast, I guess. Or well, are you going to scout ahead and try to track Klaus? I guess would be.
Yeah.
Well, we are no longer in exploration mode,
Okay.
as we are fully on a map right now. So when we do roll for initiative, everyone will gain a +1 because of Klaus's scouting.
Well, I will fan out this way then.
And go that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
let's
screw it.
go. What's everyone doing right this second? We got Flint heading to the X.
I think I want to stay along this coastline. I kind of want to skirt along the coastline here.
Okay, so just to move past this bush there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Burke, what are you doing?
Flint will go a foot more so you can see around this tree.
That's just a dense bush, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I can't see around it, so that's fine.
Merc is going to kind of move over to here and just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Way along the coast.
Yep. All right, Percy and Cinder, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go here.
Percy goes there.
Watch out for the bushwalkies.
Cinder, where are you heading?
For the moment, I'm going to stay by the boat. I've heard enough poor stories of people having to chase boats that float away. So I'm going to lean my hand on it. Make sure my boat
Push it out in the water.
Right.
And
leave you all. Yeah.
Jokar is just going to post up in the boat because he is a little bit scared by all this. This is a murderer. Jade is going to back up Flint. And with that first set of movement, everybody roll me your initiatives.
+1.
Ooh.
Wow, that was terrible.
Oh,
I got a
good.
20.
I should probably get Jade's taken care of.
I got a total of 20 as well.
Jade got herself a 25. Merc,
25
what's your initiative modifier?
plus 7.
Okay, Cinder.
Cinder got a 20 total.
Flint,
22.
Percy,
16.
and Cinder, what's your initiative modifier?
Oh, I have a +4 because my wisdom is trash.
Well, that's fine. Klaus, what's your initiative?
8. It's total 20. And my modifier is 8. So
Total of 20 with a modifier of 8. Okay, so I'll put you there. Let me sort this here real quick. It would help if I sorted it the right way. All right. Merc and crocodile number 2 and crocodile number 1. Number 2 is coming from the river. Number 1 is jumping out right here.
Excuse me, sorry. Oh shit.
Where is
Told you
it coming out of the river at?
It is coming out of the river. If you'll scroll up so I can see the river a little bit better. Yeah, it's coming out right there. This is where it's visible. The other one was actually just waiting in the bushes. And croc number 3, everyone will be able to see it because, well, its stealth check initiative was a 12. And croc number 3 is going to be coming from that direction.
Oh god, ran right by me.
Great, where'd it go?
I got flying crocs out here. Shit's crazy.
I just had it. And it disappeared.
Does that mean we don't have to fight it? Eh?
No, just a couple clicks and he can.
I mean, croc number 2 is right there. You could just copy it. And
Yeah,
move it
Control
back.
D.
Yep, all the way over to the. Yep, because his stealth check sucked. All right, we will start combat and then I will pause for just a moment while I go tuck in child.
Good.
Merc
Alright.
and Croc 1 and 2, simultaneous.
All right. Merc makes very successfully makes the lingering composition check
Okay.
with a 28. And then for his first action, he will, of course, sing out his doom song.
Right.
Second
Now-
action.
Well, we'll do Croc 1 and 2's first action. Croc
What
1's
condition does that give us?
+1 to
Flat-footed.
hit, +1
Oh.
to damage, and +1 to fear saves.
Oh,
That
okay.
too.
It's not a. I thought it was a condition in here.
No.
Nope. With action number 1, Croc number 1 bites Percy. Does a 28 hit a critical on your flat-footed AC?
Yeah,
Okay. I thought it might.
of course he did.
Only 18 points of damage. And then I'm pretty sure a 25 grabs you.
Yeah.
All right, you were grabbed. Its first action, it bites and grabs. Number 2's first action is to move and engage Klaus.
That's not nice.
All right. Second action, Merc the Magnificent.
Let's see. That one has a hold of Percy.
Yes.
So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there.
Okay. Number 1's second action is to death roll Percy.
What an actual asshole.
And that would be an 18 to hit your flat-footed AC.
Yeah.
You are prone as it death rolled you for 13 points of damage.
She's still grappled.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
And then second action for Croc number 2. I don't believe a 13 is going to hit your flat-footed AC, Klaus.
Nope.
Okay, action number 3.
Merc will one action. I don't remember. Nope, that's 2 actions. So he is going to that only lasts until the end of the turn. So I'll have to throw up a shield for now.
Okay. Croc is going to attempt to death roll a third time, or a second time. Luckily, you're at a minus 10. So that is a 16.
Yep.
She's
All right.
unconscious and dying.
You moved to dying 2 because it wasn't a critical hit. It just it is successfully rolling, and then it's going to try to tail thwap out at Klaus since it didn't bite him the first time, and that is a 21 to hit flat-footed Klaus AC.
That is a hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And while you guys are reeling from the surprise Croc attack,
That's all.
I'm going to go.
That was number 2. That was on me still.
Yes, number 2's on you. You see a third one coming. It wasn't as stealthy as the other ones, since his initiative is last. That's why you can see him. I will be right back, and we will start with Jade's action, as she is going to try to whack a Croc off of Percy.
She's going
I
to
shall
whack off a
return.
Croc.
I mean, we don't kink shame. Maybe about that, though. Be
You
right
should
back.
work on killing other characters. Not my characters.
I mean, I think she has had the most fatalities.
I think she does.
Probably, yeah.
The good news is next round I can heal you. As long as Jade gets the Croc off of you.
Yeah. She does some pretty spectacular things. You didn't shut the door.
There's a full round of everyone beating ass on that crocodile. I mean,
Yeah, so if I were to shove the Croc, how would that work with him grappling Percy?
As long as it's grappling Percy, Percy goes wherever it goes. especially since she can't resist right now.
Because I assume it's getting some cover from being in the bush. Be my
Probably.
guess. And so if I shoved it out,
You would have to move
because Jade would have to move, because I'd want to shove it between.
to here because you can only shove it in a direction that you're going.
Right. Yeah, I think I'll just take some swipes at it and try to kill it.
I also don't like the implication that I'm targeting you just because you happen to be the one standing right next to the bush where I had planted this thing.
But I'm always that one.
Well, stop putting yourself in danger. Duh.
Well, I thought, I can hide behind this nice bush and everybody else would get fucked up. But that obviously didn't work well.
No. All right. So we move to Jade's action. With her bastard sword and shield out, she is going to step to there and is going to swing at the crocodile. 17 total. Oh, nope, 18 with the Inspire Courage. Hits the crocodile. She does a d8 plus 4. She deals 7 damage to that crocodile. And she'll swing again with her last action. Will hit and do 12 damage to that crocodile. It is now dropped, Percy, because, well, something is attacking it. So it's got to defend its meal. Percy's dying too. Flint.
I will step there and lunge twice at it with my retribution axe. Say 19 on the first one
19 will hit.
for 10 points of damage.
Yeah, those things do some damage. Two-handed weapons.
And then a natural 20 on the second one.
Ooh.
Oh, let's
Oh.
see that slashing. What's the total?
Minus 5, so 27.
27. Yeah, definitely be a hit bumped up to a critical hit. Crit card.
52.
And then we're just rolling once and doubling if it's double damage, right?
Correct.
Target must succeed at a DC 5 flat check that casts spells with a verbal component until healed. So no real effect.
You don't know. These could be spellcasting crocs.
It's a 10 on the die, so that is 18 twice, so 36.
I mean,
Or no, I lied to you. 14 twice, so 28.
it can't cast spells because its head has been removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your first swing testing the axe and then just brought it along that thing's skull, and it is dead.
I don't roll very many natural 20s, so you're welcome, honey.
Klaus, what you doing?
Sorry, I was muted. And I'm trying to do something on the computer too. Let's see here. Well, I don't like that I'm getting bit by an alligator, so I want to take a swing at old number 2 there with my bastard sword.
Did you have your bow out previously?
In this situation, yeah, probably. We'll say that I did. So I'll take a free action to drop it, and then I will do my what is it? Quick draw to draw and strike with the bastard sword.
All right.
So
I got pie delivered and she flashed me.
Dang.
What kind
Bonus.
of pie?
okay, flash.
Pecan.
Kristen, I think I'll have some of that pie tonight. We have chocolate pudding pie.
Yee.
What'd you
Lemon
roll to
meringue
hit?
is my favorite.
22 to hit.
That hit it.
Her grandma makes a pretty good lemon meringue pie.
And that is a 8 for damage.
8. All right. Second action.
I'm gonna mark it as my prey for this time
Mm-hmm.
in order to do that. And I'll try to take a swing again at the -5. That's a total of 19 to hit.
Total of 19 hits. Now, are you remembering to add your +1 damage from the Inspire Courage?
Did not from
I
that.
didn't
right.
either, so that's 2 more points of damage on.
2 more points of dead.
Right?
I don't need to know your damage, Dustin.
Jeez.
So that's 10 plus 5 plus 1, so 16 for this one.
Very nice hit. That crocodile is looking bloodied up.
And that was that was my last action, right?
That was your last action. James, will you expand the map all the way out to the cave?
Dun, dun, dun.
No beauty.
Maybe there's a magical lamp in it.
Oh, geez. There's the wild croc.
And then if you'll move the Abazodal
Oh,
with a speed of 25. So as many movements as it takes to engage somebody.
Come on. I know I just added this thing.
And for those of you watching, I made this map.
look at you. I can't figure out the whole like blending portion for here. I'm not very good at it.
I didn't blend it in anything other than I took the brush tool and moved it along as a natural coast. Like I squared it off how I wanted it and then just brushed on the...
Right. Yeah, I need to do better at that.
15, 20, 25, 45, 35, 40, 45, 50 gets it there.
And it will stop there because with its tail claw, it has a reach of 10.
Thing's wicked looking. It's like a
You want
pistol.
to zoom in
Honey looks like a honey badger.
angry honey badger with hands.
Honey badger don't give a shit,
Yeah.
Honey badger about to catch these hands.
but he's about to run these hands. What
Honey
is-
badger with a 28.
Fuck.
Shoots on us.
Really big fucking honey badger.
Really big. Dire honey badger of handiness.
Handy
I
jobs.
like it.
Reaches out with its tail and hits Jade. She is the closest for 3, 7. Oh no. 11 points of damage. But does not manage to grab her. As it tried to grasp onto her armor and she just managed to shrug it off. Because Jade is a badass. Cinder, There's a crocodile that's fighting Klaus. There's another one coming, and then the big badger-looking thing appeared. What are you doing?
That thing is ugly, and I think goblin dogs are cute. So that is an example of something that needs to die. I will take 3 actions to summon myself an elemental. I will summon one of fire. Damn, son. And I'm going to go ahead and take that and put it. Hold on, let me find it. I'll go put it here.
I think it has to be within 30 feet of you.
Does it? So. All
So
right.
there.
Is that as 30? Is that as 30 as I can get?
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, go ahead and move me. I'll change it if I have to worry about it. One second. I'll change it up and I will use a flaming sphere. I'll move up my 25 feet. That'll work. And I'll put that thing on this ugly badger monster. I'll put it here. Yes. This square. Fire. Let me draw fire. Yes, fire.
It gets a reflex save.
It'll be a DC 19.
And is it a basic reflex save, or does it save
Basic.
nothing? You said DC 19?
Yeah.
All right. So it manages to avoid the flaming spear by just flattening out underneath it.
What an asshole. Okay, that's turn.
Okay. Next, we go to Percy. Flat check.
18.
18, you're now dying 1.
Woo.
Which is 1 better than dying 2.
Yeah, it's back.
Croc number 3. Comes waddling up at 20 feet per movement. I believe that's all 3 of its moves. Not the smartest croc in the world. And then we go back to the top to Merc and Croc number 2 working Simos. What's your first action, Merc?
Casting a 2-action spell.
All right, so while you're casting that, Croc is going to try to bite Klaus. And that is a 27 to hit.
That is a hit, but not a crit.
Okay. You will take 13 points of damage.
Nice.
And I don't believe a 13 is enough to grab you.
Nope.
With its section action, it's going to try to bite you again and will miss at a 10. Merc, what spell did you cast?
Soothe, heightened.
So, healing Percy.
2d10 plus. Yeah, 2d10 plus 8. She gets back 13 and 8 is 20.
What are you doing with your third action?
My third action, I will. Let's see. Mark that as cast. I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. I'll go 5, 10 to there. Putting me just out of its reach.
Truth. But Crocodile number 2 is going to try to tail whip Klaus. And that is a decided miss with a -8.
Good.
All right. Then we are down to Jade, who did not like this thing trying to grab it, so she will step forward to there, swinging with her bastard sword. That is a 16 plus 9 because of the Inspire, or plus 11 because of the Inspire Courage. It's 27 to hit. It is not a crit. And she will lay in with 12 points of damage to this thing. And then her last action will be to raise her shield. Actually, that's 13 points of damage. I keep forgetting about Inspire Courage. And Jokar is not quite as brave. He saw that thing and he dove to the floor of the boat. Flint, what you doing?
Well, Flint will move 5, 10 to there, right beside Klaus. Other side. And then he will.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're good.
I grabbed the wrong thing.
We're here. Good. Strike twice at croc number 2. It's a 28 for the first one.
28 hits.
And I got a roll damage. That is 14 points of damage.
You took the head off of this croc as a 28 was a critical hit,
Oh.
and you doubled the damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's also been beheaded. You have one action left.
And then my last action, I can't ready an action.
Nope. You could go engage croc number 3. You could move again.
Right.
You could stand there and look pretty.
I will step south 1 square, so the bush I block the croc from going around the bush to Percy, and then I'll tell Klaus to go help with the badger.
You said you stepped south one?
Yeah,
Yep.
south one. That'll be my last action.
Also, if you could recolor Percy, please.
Yep. I
She-
just
she's
saw
not
that.
dead.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sorry.
Klaus, go help with the badger. I'll take this croc. Don't forget your bow.
Yep.
So you say go help with the badger in common, right?
Sure.
The
Unless
thing growls, I'll eat your eyes last for that insult.
okay,
In common.
nice.
Oh, good.
Klaus, it is your action.
Alrighty.
Will handle animal companion.
Let's see here. Well, for my first action, I want to go ahead and mark the badger as my prey. And then I'm assuming I can't do this, but could I do a quick draw action if I pick something up off the ground and shoot it in the same motion?
No,
Didn't think so. Okay. I just had to ask.
because it's not stowed with your gear in such a way that you can flip it up. You have to actually bend down, grab it, and ready it.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I marked it as my prey. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and
Now you could free action, drop your sword, second action, pick up your bow, and then with your last action, do your double shot, because I think that's a single action 2-shot ability.
I think you're right. That's a
because it's a single action, but it applies the multi-action penalty normally.
Right. Does he have any? Does he have cover, or do I have a clean line of sight on him from here? With that bush.
Let me change it to just your line of sight. There you go.
Half of it.
Is that enough of him, Mike?
He will have slight cover.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll go ahead and do that, I guess, for now then. Free action, drop my sword. Second action, pick up my bow. And then for my third action, I will do the hunted shot. So let me get back to the page. Let's see. Actually, that was pretty good. That was a 19 plus 7, so 26.
A 26, even with the cover, that's going to hit with your first strike. Roll your second one at a -5.
Okay. Hold on, let me roll that one. Ooh, I got 2 19s in a row. That's another, well,
You got the -5 on
right,
that.
-5. So that is 22.
And are you taking into account the +1 for the Inspire Courage?
No. So 23.
23 just narrowly misses it.
Dang it.
You clipped the bush, so that cover did affect that shot. But you still count your first one as your first hit with your marked prey, so you still add the extra D8 of damage.
13.
13 total. And yeah, your arrow sinks deep into it.
That's my turn.
Its turn. Now it's going to step here so that it's out of the flaming sphere. And then it's going to lay into Jade. Plus 17. 22 will hit. For 14 points of piercing damage to Jade. And then it will claw at a -4. And actually, since she has her shield up, that causes that attack to miss.
Nice.
All right. Cinder, what you doing?
So I'm going to sustain the ball and put it back on him because fuck that badger.
Fuck that badger. All right. Roll your damage this time.
A whole whopping 7.
Off a 3d6. Wow.
Yeah, that was good. A 5 and 2 ones.
Nice.
Yeah. But since I rolled a 1 on its failure,
Ooh.
it's taking double that damage.
Well, it would have been great if it was like a 15, but I can get.
I mean, that badger went up a little bit. 2 actions left.
I will go ahead and, as one action, grow my claws and grant my scales to her. So she will sprout red scales for a round and have a +1 natural, or a +1 bonus to her armor. Hold on, actually, it might not work for her because she's armored.
It's circumstance.
Is it a circumstance
item.
bonus?
Yeah.
Then she sprouts armor underneath her armor.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Hold on, sorry. The claws. You get a Where's it at? I had some ability. Okay, yeah, so she'll get a +1. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to find the best way. Can you zoom out a little bit? I'm going to try to get around this fucking badger.
Watch out for mushrooms and snakes.
That's fine. Look, if I just say it 8 times, does it fuck off? And then the bushes are difficult terrain, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Bring me up to Flint. Behind Flint, and then that'll be my turn. And then I'll tell him, I got this fucking reptile. Get the badger.
Everybody's fighting over the crocodile. I love it. Percy, what's you doing?
I would like to stand up. And I'm going to cast a 2-action Divine Font towards Jade.
All right. What you healing for? 2d10 plus 16, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been bad. 27.
Nice.
No. All of her wounds sealed shut. And she just smirks at this thing as she felt the healing energy and just kind of grins. I'm going to eat your eyes first.
That's my girl.
And the evil alignment shows.
And Croc number 3 moves up to get Flint.
This poor crocodile.
I don't get an AOO because he just entered my threatened square. Right?
Correct. You don't. If you had a reach weapon and threatened out farther, you would have, but you don't.
I mean, I have a lunge ability that's 1 action, just like an AOO.
Correct. No, AOOs are reactions, not lunge. Nice try, Sergeant. Stretch the rules.
Hey, I only stretch them to the limits you let me.
Does a 25 hit you?
It does.
Then take 6 points of damage as it bites you.
Yes, sir.
Does a 25 beat your fortitude DC?
Yes.
As it grabs you, and it's going to try to death roll with its last action. So basically, it gets a strike with a circumstance bonus because you're grabbed. 23.
21.
You were prone as it just rolls around with you a little bit, taking 12 points of damage.
I.
Or maybe you got the crocodile.
It's got me.
Well, it's all perspective.
Or as I'm spinning, it's got me.
All right. Sorry. Forgive me for a second. I just got news that my estranged grandmother is unresponsive and they signed the paperwork to bring in hospice.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I'm not close with that side of the family at all, but it still kind of hits. Whew. All right. Let's see. That was Croc number 3. Back to the top, Merc.
All right. Merc is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. So he will be stepping into reach for this. And then that familiar look that you guys have all come to either love or hate. He looks like he's about to chuck something up, and as he does, And the mini mercs all spew out. For, come on. All right, 8 points of damage, and it's a basic reflex.
8 points, basic reflex. What's the DC?
19.
All right. Yeah, it seemed to kind of like tiptoe out of the way of the swarming mercs, and they just kind of nipped at his fingers with their doom. He managed to take a little, but avoided a lot of it. All right. Jade's turn. Jade is going to try to make good on her promise. All right. That is 28 to hit it, because this is the last round of your Inspire, correct?
One more round after that.
Okay, good to know. Everybody make sure you remember that. For 8 points of damage with the first swing. Second swing. Could I get a slashing critical card, please? As I can't roll a nat 20 for the creature, but I can roll a nat 20 for the NP fucking C.
How do you
For all
really
your
feel, Mike?
creatures, though.
It's true. I don't know.
All
I'm kind of
right.
liking Jade. She's a badass.
Delayed wound. Normal damage. Crit effect. The target takes the same amount of damage at the end of its next 2 turns.
Ew.
Ouch.
So, in effect, it's going to be triple damage. Just
Essentially,
spread out.
yeah.
Fuck this game.
But look, you get to kill Flint.
As she lays into this thing with a gaping wound that just starts gushing blood, as I did 13 points of damage with that attack.
Yikes.
So it gets 13 at the end of next 2 rounds. Wow.
Mm.
Flint, what you doing?
So I only take a penalty to my swings because I'm prone, right? It's a -2. Because the grabbed and immobilized doesn't do anything to strikes.
Correct.
But I do have to make a DC 5 flat check to see if I can manipulate.
Correct.
Okay.
So you're
So
getting the hang of the rules?
I made the first one with a 9, so first one's a strike. 27 plus 1 minus 2, so 26.
You hit it.
And that's 14 points of damage. Another one will be a 17 plus 7. 24 minus 1, so 23.
23 points of damage?
No, that's 23 to hit.
Oh, okay. That hits. What was the damage on that first strike?
The first one was 14, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 and a 4. So then this one is 12 points of damage.
Okay, third action.
And I'm already here and I'm already swinging. That'll be at a minus. Yeah, I'll swing again. That's a 15 total.
15 is a miss.
And I forgot to do my flat check, so I rolled 3 and I got them all. So
You're good. Klaus,
All right.
he's flailing against this thing, but is prone, and you cannot see the creature.
He's flailing against the crocodile.
yeah,
Yeah, the crocodile has it in his jaws, drug him prone, and did a death roll.
All right.
Help me, Klaus.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll stay where I'm. for my first action, I'm going to go ahead and pick up. Is it one action to pick up and another action to sheath my bastard sword?
Correct.
I hate that rule. It's just stupid. The whole time I hate it.
It makes perfect sense in a 6-second combat round.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It sucks though.
All right. Now I'll go ahead and do my hunted shot at number 3.
You can't see him. He's got total cover because I'm in the way.
Oh, I can't see him from there at all.
That's what Mike said, right?
No, he
No,
can't
it's
see
crocodile.
the Huitzel.
Yeah, you can see the crocodile that's got
okay.
dust in, but you can't see the badger thing.
Sorry, I misheard
Haven't
that.
seen it today.
All right. I know it's not my prey. And actually, because I can't see the badger anymore, then it automatically drops as my prey, right?
I think so. I think no, because you can track it as your prey. So
Yeah, the combat has to
And
end, and you have to. I think because you could still track them.
right, it gives you
after.
a bonus to tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really your prey until you mark it as something else or it's gone. I think.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave the badger as my prey then, but I'm gonna do the hunted shot at alligator number 3 for my first action, I guess. Ooh, that is for the first one, 16 plus 8, 24 plus 1, 25.
That will hit the crocodile.
And for the second one, at the -5, that is 15 plus 3, so 18 plus 1, 19.
Also a hit. So calculate all the damage from your arrows and add an extra D8 for. Oh no, wait, this isn't your marked prey.
Right.
So just damage from the arrows.
Yep. So those are
If it matters, it's 2 more damage. I didn't add the Inspire Courage.
It does matter.
I don't know if it was a hand off the chest piece kind of thing.
Do I add 1 damage per hit too?
Yes.
So that's a total of 12 then.
And it drops dead as it had 1 hit point left.
Nice.
So close.
But it releases Sergeant Flint at least.
I appreciate that. I just followed on its teeth.
All right. That was 1 action. Klaus, what are you doing with your other 2?
I'm gonna my last 2 actions, I'm gonna pick up the bastard sword and sheath it, for God's sake.
Hey, that's a valid combat maneuver there.
Yeah, Jade and Percy got the badger. I'm just going to get back in the boat.
I was gonna make my way over there, but
Speaking of Badger, it's coming after Jade again. Let's see. Can I get the Badger? Okay, he's there. He's got that. Yeah, he's gonna stand because I don't have to. It's not like before where if you stayed with it, you had to roll the saving throw. That's on Cinder's turn only if he sustains it. So, Jaws on Jade. And a 2 on the die misses. Claw on Jade. A natural 1. Please pull me up a crit fail card, as this is a named creature.
Oh. Wait, before you die, what's your name?
You will always
Oh, man.
remember the name.
Honey,
Melee. Oh. Shield crash. You deal the attack's normal damage to your shield, applying hardness. It doesn't have a shield, damn it.
Those are so
hunted
specific.
himself in the
Is
dick.
there a
Or
natural?
unarmed. Sorry, no.
Yeah, it's a natural.
You
attack.
take 2d6 piercing or slashing damage determined by the GM.
Ooh. Well, considering it was trying to slash with its claw, Jade manages to redirect the slash back into it, pushing her shield against this thing's claw, and it does what? 2d6 plus strength?
No, just 2d6.
Just 2d6.
Oh, just 2d6. Well, it still deals 11 damage to itself. As
Jesus.
Jade just redirected because I rolled my Boogie Boogie D6s that like to roll sixes.
I'll be right back in just a second, guys. One of my dogs is going crazy.
No problem. And with its last action, it's desperately going to try to reach for Merc. Give me another fucking crit fail card. As you gain a hero point from that crit fail.
Woohoo! All right.
Another natural attack.
Your target gains a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against attacks you make against it until the end of your next turn.
Yeah. The tail hand comes for you, and Merc, you just kind of like shrink into the bushes a lot. It's just like grasping at you, like the alien face from Aliens. And then it just can't quite seem to reach you past the branches. And then blood rushes from its previously gushed open wound. Cinder, what are you doing?
Am I able to move through this bush, this underbrush?
No, it is too dense. The bush that's blocking the light is too dense to move through. Are you using an action to sustain the spell, first off?
Do I have to do that at the start of my turn? Or
Yes.
decide to do that. I'll leave it. Yeah, that's only one. So you gotta make that save.
Did you roll another one?
I don't want to talk about it. This is a fucking creature level 6 with support, and I rolled 3 ones in a row. What was the damage?
Once again, a total of 7.
So 14
All
more.
right. Still in the fight. Still in the fight.
Can you move me my speed down? And is that full 25?
Nope, you got 5 more movement.
Bring me next to Jade, and then I'm going to attempt for my last move to do an acrobatics to get behind this creature for a flank bonus.
It looks rough now that you can see it. It is bleeding from multiple wounds, scorched in multiple places, and just seems to be staggering.
Ah, okay, fuck you, guy. I'm a slash. Do I still have that bonus from the song?
Yes, you have a +1.
Till the end of my next turn.
To the end of your next turn. Does a 24 hit the target?
It hits it by 1.
Excellent.
So you would have gotten it even without it.
All right. That's a whole whopping. I get 1 damage from the song. So that's a whole whopping 5.
And the creature collapses, dying 1.
I didn't get its name.
As Cinder comes up and just wrecks it.
I just come in, I go.
I assume that nobody's going to try to stop this thing from dying.
Oh, hell no.
No, Flint's going to go take its head off because we have to bring the head back.
Well, it speaks common, so should we try to interrogate it to see if it's the culprit, actually the actual culprit of the murders?
I mean, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I don't know. Is that enough for you guys? The fact that it exists?
Yeah.
All right, screw it.
Hey,
I mean,
we give-
Klaus, you rolled the knowledge nature check to know that the murders with a squad of crocodiles with it is exactly this thing's MO.
Right. Yeah.
You and
All right.
Mark both.
If we give the mayor the head and he gives us gold, he has something to tell his people.
Yeah.
We're out of here tomorrow.
I'm going to take off the tail because that's gross.
Yeah, so I'll go over with the retribution axe and. Oh shit! Shit!
Yes.
I would have killed it. God, I'm so bad at Pathfinder. God damn it.
You forgot your retribution attack.
Yeah, so that
on
would have
the-
been 4 more damage on top of.
Yeah, that crocodile
those
would have been
two
dead
strikes.
in those 2
I
hits
fucking killed it. Anyways,
because it had 1 hit point left.
yeah, I'll go take his head off.
You snicker snack its head off. Jade cleans off her sword, puts it away, and says, "I was just kidding about the eyes." At Cinder.
And then I'll walk the head over and toss it in the boat at Jakar and say, "Thanks, bud," and toss it at him.
Good job, sir.
I'm gonna use my divine sense and smell for magic as I walk towards that creepy ass cave.
You start walking towards the creepy ass cave, sniffing the air. Percy, you don't know what he's smelling because all you smell is crocodile stink and weird badger musk.
Yuck.
Yum.
And it
Are
just
there some
gets
missing?
stronger. But Cinder, as you get close to that cave,
Oh, no, I don't.
something smells real interesting.
Cinder, you want a hand?
I wave the tail that I took. Got one. I
Okay.
enter the cave. I mean, if you want to take a look, something smells like. How interesting! I'm gonna read the aura.
Well, you gotta know what you're reading the aura of.
I didn't know you could read, Cinder.
So you need to get in the cave and
I
see
can't
what
read.
you think might be the magical.
All right. Well, I claw my way into the cave. I can see in the dark. What do I see?
Next to a nest, there's just a bag. But that,
Hold on. Next to a nest.
yeah,
like-
where this thing slept, like it's
I got Lily.
a pile of like reeds and whatnot, and right next to it is a fairly large sack.
I approach the sack and I go to try to read the aura by giving it a lick. What's it taste like?
It tastes like your mother's
No, I honestly
pigeon
don't.
pie.
Oh, Mom made the best pigeon pie. Sometimes we got to use actual pigeons instead of seagulls.
Let's see. The item itself, give me a Arcana check.
Oh, Cinder's actually okay at these.
Cinder, would you like assistance?
Can't assist on,
Oh, you can't aid checks?
not on recall knowledge.
Oh,
I got a 21 on the Arcana.
21?
Yeah, man, he's good at this. He doesn't know why he's good at this, but he is.
Yeah, this tastes really good. And you know it's a conjuration aura. And you're pretty sure that whatever you put in the bag will be stored extra dimensionally.
So the bag tastes bigger than it should be.
Right. It's like that pie rising in the oven.
Airy and light.
So
And
like
to trash and salt. Seagull pie. All
but
right,
you know, if you put too much stuff in the bag, it would be bad. It can actually carry up to 25 bulk of things, as you have found a type 1 bag of holding.
Nice.
I will do the thing where I actually look what's in the bag. Dump it.
You can't do that, but with your roll, you know, if you flip it inside out, any contents would just be placed harmlessly next to the bag.
Okay, I'll turn it inside out.
and a small Model T crushes Cinder.
Right.
Yeah.
It's another fucking honey badger.
And he gives a shit.
He goes back in the bag and destroys his own interdimensional pocket. It was the plan all
Yeah.
along. Yeah, I turn it inside out.
You know, without a bottle of air, nothing living could survive in a bag of holding.
Got
No.
like 10 minutes, don't you?
But like, what about the undead in the bag? Dump it.
Undead in a bag,
I've
yeah,
stored zombies in a
That
bag.
sounds like a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal toy.
right? The only thing that's in the bag when you flip it inside out are 3 vials.
Oh. I wish that thick chick was here. She could tell us what these were.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah, she
magical?
never came down for breakfast.
I don't
Cinder,
know.
do they smell like anything?
I can't tell. They're bottled.
You can still sense magic on.
I
Magic on
tried
them,
to read the aura on these thingies.
You hold up the first vial. Roll me an Arcana check, as there is an aura on this vial.
That one's only a 16, but not hateful.
You have no clue what it does, but there is an aura on it of illusion magic.
This one's illusion. I don't know what it do.
Merc
And
will take a look
this
at it.
one is 21.
What'd you say?
21 for the next one.
21 again. Illusion aura, but you're not certain what it does.
Another illusion. And last one, a crit 1.
Doesn't have an aura.
And so this is, I don't know. This is fruit juice. Here.
Can you roll crafting untrained?
You can, just not to recall knowledge to identify.
Oh yeah, because it's alchemical. You have
Yep.
to have it.
24
Does
for Merc
anyone else
on
want
the
to try
Arcana check.
Arcana checks or a craft alchemy check to identify these things?
I can try Arcana.
Merc got a
Not
20.
great, but no, that's a 17 and a 22.
24 for Merc on the Arcana.
All right. Merc. Sorry, Sarge, you this is outside of your wheelhouse. Merc, you realize that the reason that they were having such a hard time identifying these potions is they're uncommon. These are 2 potions of invisibility.
Oh shit!
Nice. It's like a stealth boy.
Which kind of explains why nobody noticed this thing if it had a stash of invisibility potions.
But where was he getting them from?
The new bag. It was
Intelligent
this.
creatures intelligent.
I do a perception check inside the cave, see if there's anything else.
And
For a
another
22.
Sorry.
Good.
What was your craft check for the craft
No,
alchemy?
he didn't
There's
release
nothing
that.
else worth
Nothing else.
noting in this
Okay.
cave.
Uh-oh. One of his letters.
He was a 20 something on the craft alchemy.
Which means he might get it or he might not.
23 on the last vial.
23 craft alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a moderate dark vision elixir.
Well, that's worthless. See in the dark.
All right, folks. Well, that was a good fight. Percy, care to patch me up a little bit?
I sure will.
Croc fucked up my elbow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down quite a bit too.
I can do a medicine check on you guys together.
Yep.
You could do the medicine checks in the boat on the way back to town.
There we go. Are you
And
gonna up the
Good
DC in your
plan.
medicine check?
yeah,
So do we have a use for this bag? If not, can I have the bag and fill it full of stuff?
I mean, we should probably make it something for the whole group so we can have an easy way to carry things.
Yeah, but what do we have to carry so far?
Well, we just got 3 potions. I've got some silver sheen potions that we got, some healing potions that we've got.
Then spread them out. Like, they're no good in the bag. What if somebody in the bag goes down?
Then you grab in the bag and get it.
This thing is as large as that wagon.
Actually, the wagon could hold up to 50 bulk. Actually, no, the wagon can hold more than that. 100 bulk. Sorry.
You were close, Cinder.
oh, I did 19 points of
It
healing.
holds more than 5.
You did good. More than 5.
All right, let's
Hey,
fill it
girl.
up. What do you want to fill it up with?
We just told you. We don't need to fill the bag up. If we
But-
get more things, we'll have more room to put in the bag. I don't.
What I'm saying is right now, all of our stuff is literally like in a bag. Like, they're all vials. Like, they're the size of my thumb. Well, your thumb.
We've got that half plate and the mace and the shield and all that other stuff from the cultists.
You want to get rid of that? Let's sell that here?
I haven't had time yet.
See if there's a smith. We'll get rid of that. Where are we storing that? In the wagon?
For the moment.
I have an inquiry. Do magic auras work? Can we put something in the bag and then put the bag in the wagon, and then the stuff in the bag doesn't spoil because it's in the wagon?
It's like wagon.
I don't know if it would get the effects because it's technically on a different dimension when it's in the bag.
Well, that's very learned of you there, Sergeant.
I mean, I know a bit about Arcana.
I don't, yeah.
Being a guard in a town with a mage school makes sense.
So I doubt it would get any of the benefits. If you put a piece of like raw meat in it, the raw meat would just be sitting in an extra dimension. The bag would be really clean and restored.
Do you know what'd be really cool? What if we put the body in the bag and then just drop the whole body in the center of the square to make a big impression?
Oh my gosh.
No, we're not going to do that.
Why? It shows how big it was and that we did such a good job.
That thing wouldn't fit in the bag.
25 bulk is like...
Yeah, but it has to fit in the opening.
It will in little bits. Chop, chop, chop. Okay.
All right, let's get in the boat. We're already in the boat. She healed me in the boat. We're going. Cinder, do you want to carry the bag or do you want me to?
I just
don't want your small, frail body to get encumbered by carrying too much.
No, but I want one of those potions that make me go bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, fair deal. I'll take the bag. You take one of the potions.
Excellent.
Make sure to add it to your gear list.
I'll leave the bag of holding in party gear.
Yeah, that's fine. What does it do for bulk as far as carrying it?
It only weighs one bulk itself.
So I can put anything in it that, okay. Or when we get more stuff, it only weighs one bulk until it bursts at 25.
Correct.
Cool. And I can put like my axe and my shield in it, right? They would fit.
As long as the blade of the axe is covered. If you put something sharp that's uncovered in the bag, you can
I assumed I'd have a
puncture
sheath
it from
of
the
some sort
inside out.
for it, but
It didn't come with one, actually. Axes typically weren't carried with sheaths.
well, my handmade dwarven axe probably came with a handmade holster.
Correct.
Right, that's the one I'm putting in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, not the retribution axe. So cool beans. So we will jaunt back across the lake. And
No encounters happen.
I will just condescendingly tell
Percy,
Shokar how great he was and how much we appreciated his help.
Percy, can you do your rolls and tell us what we got back?
19.
You got 19.
19. Okay, I didn't hear that. Thank you.
Do you need more?
Let me think.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of time if obviously.
Yeah, you guys got an hour back to town.
Yeah, I
Did
need
Jade
like one
need any more, or was she still full?
Jade got full up from Percy and then didn't get hit again because
Right.
my dice decided to roll a 2 and then 3 ones in a row.
I could use like one more. I'm still down like 7.
Okay.
Sander, you didn't need any, did you?
Nah. You don't take damage if you don't get hit.
That's.
True story, yo.
I mean, to be fair, if you fell off a cliff, you didn't get hit.
That was also 19. So
Nice. Now I'm back full. Thank
You
you.
hit the ground, so the ground hits you.
But you hit the ground. You were right.
Yep. And Cinder, that potion, with one action, you gain the effects of a second level invisibility spell.
I thought invisibility was... Is it second level?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that the heightened version of it?
No.
Okay. Because the heightened's one where you can do hostile actions, right?
Right. It's just the base casting. The moment you take a hostile action, you become visible. But
it
fun
lasts
fact,
for 10 minutes.
Fun fact, summoning a creature to attack your enemies is not considered a hostile action.
Would it be the same for a sphere?
That's interesting.
The sphere is a hostile action.
Okay. Cool.
And somebody has the head, correct?
Yeah, Joe Carr's holding it.
Okay. I want to make sure.
Very gingerly. He's this thing was as big as a horse, and it talked, and it had a butt hand, and
But Joe Carr, look, when you get back, you'll have this blood on your uniform, and I'll cover for you. We can tell Nereus you got the killing blow. You'll go up in rank tomorrow.
We'll have Cinder tell the story. He never tells the accurate story, so he'd be the perfect one to tell it.
I'll make sure Merc makes Joe Carr a hero.
So you're gonna lie to. This sounds just like some sort of like union that you people are about. How you'll lie to raise and protect your own. But
I'm gonna assume this is really close to the shore as we're pulling back in, and I'm gonna shove Cinder out of the boat. It's like as he's
because he knows it's true.
As he's bitching about the man and Big Brother, I'm just gonna palm his forehead right out of the boat.
Yeah, and as we're just like rowing by or whatever, we'll just hit him in the back of the head with the oar.
I wasn't gonna kill him.
No.
Knock him unconscious in the water.
oh no,
First of all, fuck you guys.
Cinder's got a lot of spells left for the day. I wouldn't necessarily start that fight.
He'll be all right.
But you get back. It's getting on a little bit towards evening at this point.
Will the mayor still be in office?
Is thrilled that you guys have returned. So it was looks at the head. What is it?
Well, it didn't like being called a badger. I know that much. But it's no longer a threat. So we appreciate it. And is there anything else we can help you with? Otherwise, I'm going to go get a nail.
Y'all got a smithy or a general shop that we can sell off some stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Gives you directions to the general store. And let me also, you did it so quick. Let me cover your room and board for the night. Like, be our guests.
Be our guest.
So how many people had died so far from this?
13.
Oh.
Have you already covered the expenses for their burials for the families affected?
Yes. Those are taken care of. It was my idea to set the bounty. I didn't realize that adventurers would come through so quickly, but I appreciate your guys' expedient work.
Yeah, we tend to show up at the wrong place at the right time.
Every time.
Or the right place at the right time. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say this is a wrong place. It's a
Oh, for the
lovely little
benefactors.
town.
It is a nice town.
It's a nice size.
And when you're done adventuring, you could easily decide to set up shop here. We always enjoy newcomers that are proven themselves to be valued members of the community.
I'll take that under consideration. I like the lakefront.
Yep, we got that oceanfront property. Arizona.
At this point, has he given somebody the money?
Yeah, he passed the money over to Sarge because Sarge was the one doing the talking.
You should look at that Joe Carr. He's a good helper. He's a good man.
Who?
You'll find out soon enough. As Merc tells the story of Joe Carr in the bar tonight.
No shit, there he was.
From the boat, sailing arrows.
Single-handedly.
Well, don't say single-handedly. You won't get any damn money.
No, we already got the money. I don't give a shit.
We were emotional support.
Yeah, we were his emotional support adventurers.
James, you remember how much it was for you to make full plate?
With the, it costs 2 gold to get the. I think it's 2 gold for the plans, and then
Could I maybe try to go diplomacy with the smith to see if he already has the plans? Save me 2 gold.
Are you going to make it yourself or just see if he has any full plate for sale?
Well, if he already knows how to make full plate, then I don't need plans for how to make full plate, right?
Correct. You only need plans if you are planning on making it yourself.
Gotcha. So I just have to supply the materials.
Let's see. Does he have any in stock? He actually could get you fitted for some full plate today, even.
How
It
much
would just
is
be
it, though?
30 gold pieces.
30 gold. And that puts us up to like 166 gold, right?
we're at 155 and 5 copper.
Gotcha. And
You
then,
can have some of my gold if you need it.
well, I mean, we'll have a group talk about this. I don't want to just go do it. I was just going to go away from my shield idea. So in order to do that, I'd like to have full plate. So I get, what is it, another AC? It's plus 1 more.
What are you wearing currently?
Half plate.
Yeah,
Plus, you get the bulwark.
bulwark is nice.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about throwing spells at you anymore.
What does Bulwark do?
Replaces your
on-
dex modifier on reflex saves for AoE spells.
Yeah, you get a +3 bonus on reflex saves to avoid damaging effects from spells and whatnot.
So instead of dex,
Yeah,
so I'd get a +2. I have a +1 dex currently. So
yeah.
it would even out to +2.
You would have +2 total from what
Okay.
you're at currently because it's a +3.
Okay.
But yeah, so against damaging spells while wearing that armor, your dex caps go to 0. So then you would have a +3 reflex save.
Okay, so I'll sell my shield to him. Steel shield, whatever that goes for, let me tell you.
You get 1 gold from that.
Okay. And then are you guys okay with that after we sell off that mace and half plate and whatever else?
Was there anything
Yeah.
special about that mace?
About the mace? I don't know if there was.
Nope, none of that stuff was magic.
So
It was
we're 2 sets of half plates, a mace, and a shield.
I don't know what all mundane stuff you have. You'll
Crossbow, daggers.
sells
I
it
think we can
half.
sell for like half the price of what I need anyways.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
it sells at half base value. So
so we can sell all that off and then we take 30 gold of it to boost my AC.
Yep, I'm okay
As long
with
as
that.
everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
Oh, and then Klaus, you weren't here last session, but I got a composite short bow. I don't know if you would want it or not. It's a 1d6 plus half your strength mod, so I figured you liked your longbow for the 1d8. So
Yeah. I think
that didn't up my AC at all, because I think it did away with my dex.
right,
So it kept
But-
the AC the same, but it gave me the bulwark. So
right. So you end up better off on
Yeah.
the.
that's fine. Cool. I think that's all I really needed to do. Anybody else need to buy or sell anything in town?
No.
Nope.
I'm good.
I don't think so.
Zender, do you want to drink with the big kids today, or are you going back down to your bar?
Well, I go and drink with my friends that, listen to what I have to say and don't push me out of boats because they don't agree with me. I'm going to go spend time with my gnomes.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't complain as much when you're down there.
For those of you looking around town, they have up to level 2 items.
Up to level 2.
So that does mean they have low-grade cold iron. You can find +1 runes.
Anybody else want or need a rune, or how much gold are we sitting on now? I know we just kind of fluffed the numbers back and forth.
125 and 5 copper.
Okay. Does anybody want anything offhand, or there's no wands or staves that are level 2?
I mean, if Klaus wanted a composite longbow, if they have it, we could afford it.
That's the only thing that I could think of, and I knew it was probably going to be expensive, but that's the only other thing that I could think of that I want in the future eventually.
It's
What's
20
your-
gold.
What?
It's 20 gold.
Okay.
You just have to remember the -2 to hit anything with any longbow. Hit anything within 30 feet.
Oh, that's right, because of volley.
Yep.
What do you have strength, Klaus? What's your strength mod?
Let's see here. +2.
So it'd give you +1 to damage.
It gives you +1 damage on top of your 1d8.
But if he's got it won't be so great indoors. That short bow at least is an indoor option.
Yeah, we've already got
it indoors. No, that's not how I'm playing. I have my bastard sword, which dual wield indoors for a D12 deadly. So I have that option. The longbow is just simply to reach out and touch something.
All right.
Cinder, you could get like a hand of the mage.
I already I cast Hand of the Mage or Mage Hand.
Oh, do you have it already? Okay, I didn't know if it was already on your list. So it gives you, cast Mage Hand for 30 gold. Otherwise, there's a necklace of knives, but I don't know if anybody needs that.
Nope.
I can make those.
Gotcha. I was just trying to look at all the level 2.
So for my longbow that I have, it's already got +1 on it. Did we put a rune on that, or
You did. You bought a rune for it.
No, that's the
It's a
one
potency rune.
Devin gave you when everybody died and you came back. We
Okay.
bartered.
That's right. Okay.
Either way, I know somebody got him.
You got that. I think Cinder got hand wraps.
Yep,
Yeah.
Cinder got the hand wraps, and you got a rune for your bow.
Yeah, so this current bow will hit better, but if you get the composite, it'll give you +1 damage, but it'll be 1 less to hit unless you put a rune on it.
Yeah.
It would cost quite a bit to transfer the rune.
Right.
Yeah, just save the money for now. How do I make whenever I'm shooting longbow, how do I make it a deadly for a D10?
When you
When you
crit.
crit,
Okay.
when you crit on the bow, you add a D10 to the damage as well.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. But those are very nice because you do your D8 plus a D10. If it's your marked target, you also add a D8 on top of that. So you could conceivably be rolling 2D8 plus a D10 on a single arrow.
Yeah.
Without having striking.
And then I double that if it was a crit though, right?
You don't double the D10, but you double all the other stuff.
Regular damage.
Yes.
And add the D10 if it was a crit. Okay.
Yep. You don't double the D8 for the mark or the D10 for the deadly. You just double that first D8.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Good to know.
All right. Well, with that, it's 10 minutes till 10, so we will call the session there. Everybody gain 240 XP.
That puts us at 553, right?
593.
Oh, 250, sorry. 593. Good deal.
Nice.
I'm excited for the next level. I think it'll be fun.
I am too. I'll have the last of the bardic muses that I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if Madeira had been here, you guys would have had 4 crocodiles to fight.
It doesn't change the XP.
Nope. No,
All
just
right, well.
extra people just means more problems.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great one.
Bye, everybody.